Sorry.
Yeah.
I
Never
gotta-
mind. Okay, keep going. Start.
Hi, welcome to today's interview with my mentor Eric Ong. Today is my privilege and honor to get the chance to interview Eric with some of the questions. So Eric, may I shoot some questions? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
of course.
okay. So first of all, I would like to to ask you, what is the biggest factor that has helped you to become so successful today?
Okay, so first of all, I don't think I'm successful. I think success is relative. Like right now, I want to be a billionaire, right? So I'm not a billionaire yet. So I don't think I'm successful. Uh, but like, okay, do I make good money? Like, okay, my income is definitely the top 1% of the whole world, right? So, yes, I do make money. But am I like successful? Like, success is really a relative thing. Like, to some people, success is money. To some people, success is health. To some people, success is family and everything, right? And to me, financially, I'm not even successful yet. Yeah. But anyway, but okay, like, how do I learn how to make good money? Is because I would say the biggest factor would be self-esteem. Yeah. So like my parents instilled me with good self-esteem since young. So like somehow the way like I really observe my brain, I really observe myself quite a bit. I ask myself like, okay, so which part of my success is duplicable, which part of my success is not duplicable, and all that, right? And I realized that my brain, right, how it works, right, is that when people give me a compliment, right, it works 10 times better. But when they give me a criticism, right, it's only like 1 times the effect. You get what I mean? Whereas for most people, a compliment is like 1 times the effect, but a insult, right, is like 10 times the effect. You get what I mean? Like let's say you tell a girl, oh, you're very pretty, you're very pretty, you're very pretty. But you just say, hey, your lipstick are a bit ugly, right? Wow, okay, that ruins her day completely, right? For me, it's like one compliment has a way higher multiplier effect than a insult. Yeah. So so it's just like self-esteem. But okay, but take note that self-esteem is not ego. Self-esteem and ego are two different things. Right? There are some people who are very, very big ego, okay? But they're very, very low self-esteem. And the reason why they have a big ego is to cover up their self-esteem. Like it's to cover up, no, it's to protect themselves. So they actually have very low self-esteem. They actually don't really love themselves, but they use ego to mask to cover that up, right? So they put on a strong front so that they won't be vulnerable. Yeah. So for me, it's more of self-esteem in the sense that I love myself. I love who I have become. I love who I have turned myself turned myself to become, and all that kind of stuff. So it's because my parents gave me good self-esteem since young. I know that that their love for me wasn't based on how much I achieve in life, that they would love me regardless. Yeah.
Well, so okay, so you were sharing that it's about your self-esteem that actually bring you success to where you are right now.
Mm,
Well,
correct.
that is a very good sharing. Well, what was your hardest decision that you ever had to make in your life or in your in your business?
Hardest decision I ever had to make. Let me think. Hardest decision I ever have to make. Can't really think of one. Let me think. Hardest decision. Okay, so I've done 5 different businesses before, right? And okay, um, okay, one of the hard decisions was in my second business, right? When I was in an entrepreneurship platform, right? And this platform, right, actually had a very, very bad reputation because, like, in the past, they used to do a lot of like money games and like investment schemes and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of investors lost a lot of money. So they didn't have a very good reputation. But when I joined the platform, it wasn't an investment platform. I was selling like products and services. So that it was true that there was true value creation because I'm exchanging a product or service for money. I'm not selling people an investment and then running away with their money. Make sense? Right. So when I was doing it, it was very, very legit. Yeah. So I built a team of like 140 people inside this platform. And it was very, very hard for me to leave because like I was their leader, right? And And also because I had been learning from my mentor, like my upline, for almost 10 months inside that platform. So it's not easy to leave because of the relationships built and everything. But I told myself that, like, it's something that I had to leave sooner or later, because I didn't want to be associated too much with the negative reputation, because I think that will rub off on me in the future businesses that I do next time. And so I think that the hard, like, leaders always have to make hard decisions. It is never easy to be a leader. And yeah. So, and for example, like like if you ask me, do I want to be a leader? Honestly, I don't want to be a leader. Why? Because, like, uh my own personal life and everything is affected. For, like, do I want to be famous? I don't want to be famous, right? Do I want to be a leader? If I had the chance to, I wouldn't want to be a leader. But sometimes I just choose to take on this responsibility, because I tell myself, if I don't take on this responsibility to lead, then who will they follow? You get what I mean? Yeah. So like, my Christian name is Moses, right? So uh it's like Moses leading people out to the promised land, yeah, like splitting over the Red Sea, yeah. So I think leadership has been tough. Leadership has never been an easy thing, but if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it anyway, yeah. So I think being a leader, deciding to be a leader was a pretty tough decision to make. Deciding to leave a platform and everything was a hard decision to make, because when I leave the platform, I had to ask who inside the platform wants to leave with me. There are people who want to stay in the platform, there are people who want to leave with me. Yeah, that was one of the very hard decisions that I made back in my second business. Yeah.
Yeah, so I suppose because that is go back to your self-esteem, that means you are really very, to me, I can feel that you're very responsible and you're very, you have the accountability. So that's why maybe at that point, you have this very hard decision. So you have to weigh. And you mentioned also, because of this reason, you have to decide, and in the future, what are the direction that you're heading towards, what you want to achieve in life, right? That's great sharing. So yeah, so if you have a chance, yeah, what is the best advice you can give to those aspiring entrepreneurs or those people that are still struggling?
Okay, like, a lot of people say, like, okay, if you want to start a business, go and quit your job, right? But I feel that you need to have an income source. So, like, if you're not sure that, like, you can actually make money from your business, then keep doing your job first until you have a stable, like a stable income coming from your business. Then go and start your business. Yeah. Okay, for me, I started business when I was young, so, which is why I had a very long financial runway, which means, because I started when I was like 19, right? So I didn't have any liabilities in terms of, like, a family or kids or something, that, like, if I didn't make money or if I went bankrupt, I would let them know. So I didn't have to have that pressure of anything. So if you are young, I always recommend the best time to start business when you are young, because you got nothing to lose. Really nothing to lose. Worst comes to worst, okay lah, you borrow from your parents, or worst comes to worst, okay lah, you take a bank loan. Even if you take a bank loan, you got a long financial runway, right? So I recommend you because cash is king, you get what I mean? And a lot of people say, oh, I want to start a business so I can quit my job, right? But if you really are serious about being an entrepreneur, you wouldn't mind working harder, and working two jobs or something, start a business. Yeah. Like, I used to do a business, means I had a 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. job, and I had a business, and I was still making like 100K a month, working 3 hours a day, right? So um you so my advice to someone, I would like my suggestion to someone who wants to be an entrepreneur, is to have an income source, right? And also learn sales. Yeah. So I've been repeating this again across a few different interviews. Everyone keep asking the same question somehow, and the answer is to learn sales. Yeah, because once you learn sales, then it's easy to generate income. Because, like for example, for me, I would, even in the coronavirus, like that, right? I'll never go broke one. Why? I just will pick up the phone, call people, exchange a product or service for value with them, and I'll survive, right? Like one of the reasons why my mom can survive over 10 years in a business, right? And it's not easy for a business to survive for 10 years, right? And she had no business background. She didn't know anything about human resource, finance, accounting. She outsources everything. The only thing that she knows how to do is how to sell. And because she knows how to sell, she's able to stay in business for the last 10 years. Of course, there's ups and downs, right? But the only reason why she could survive was because she understood sales. Yeah. Like I look at every and I would say as an entrepreneur, having heart is also very, very important. Heart as in like um the grit, grit, the grit to go forward despite whatever obstacles and everything. Yeah. So like for example for me right now with over 1,000 students, right? And every day is never easy, right? Because these 1,000 students that I have, right, they have a certain impression of who I am, right? And they have a certain expectation of who I am. But maybe I'm not this person. Maybe I'm actually like that because they don't see me in my personal life. They only see me during a coaching session, or they only see me like that, right? So the impression of 1,000 students is this, but it's tiring because I'm not actually this. I play this role certain times, but sometimes I like this. You get what I mean? So yeah, so being an entrepreneur is tough. It takes hard work, it takes responsibility, it takes leadership, it takes heart, it takes grit, it takes yeah. So like being able to overcome all this despite all these things, I think that's what makes a true entrepreneur. Yeah.
Wow, okay. So you just earlier you mentioned about your mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and you also mentioned that for anybody who wants to become entrepreneur, it's best that they start at a young age. And because you mentioned, your mom, so I believe what you meant was, even if they are in their mid age, it doesn't matter. It's
Of course.
actually the skill set, like the marketing and sales that they need,
Correct.
uh, to master.
Of course,
Yeah.
I give you an example. Like my mom just launched her very first Facebook ad a few days, about maybe 5 days back. Okay, she spent $70 on Facebook ads. Okay, her very first trial, she got 105 leads. That's about 66 cents per lead, right? And she had about $2,100 in sales. That means her money from $70 grew to $2,100 within 5 days. That's cash collected so far. She's still got 90 more leads to follow up over the next few days. Okay, I don't know how much, God knows how much sales she's gonna have. Yesterday, she almost closed a $3,000 sale. So if she closed $3,000, total her sales will be about 5,000 plus from a $70 ad spend, right? And that's her first try. She's never run Facebook ads before. That was her first try. She was able to get leads at 66 cents per lead. Okay, so I say age has nothing, like age is never a factor. I've got students who are 76 years old, clients who are 76 years old. Okay, until today they're still running Facebook ads. Until today they're still generating leads to help me market my events, to help Tony Robbins, to help different people market their events. Until today, I've got young students, 19 years old. Okay, within 1 week after learning Facebook marketing, they managed to get their first client, make $1,000 1 week after the course, right? And $1,000, right, to us as of now might not be a lot of money, but for a 19-year-old, $1,000, right, is a lot of money. I remember I was 19 years old, $1,000 was a lot of money, right? And to be able to acquire this skill set within a week, age is never a factor when it comes to business, or when it comes to the market doesn't care about your age. The market only cares you deliver value. Like for example, are there a lot of times where I second guess myself, and like there's always this thing called imposter syndrome, right? Where you always feel that you're an imposter. Okay, especially when you do coaching and everything, you always feel that, oh, maybe I'm not worthy, or maybe I'm not ready, right? And until today, I'll still feel, hey, maybe I'm not ready to teach people Facebook marketing. Hey, maybe I'm only how old? How come my students are younger than me and everything? Oh, I'm not ready, right? So until today, I will still have thoughts like that, and these thoughts will never ever go away. Even after I built $1 million coaching business, these thoughts still haven't gone away. Like there'll still be thoughts like, oh, do I deserve to teach Facebook marketing and those kind of stuff, right? And at the end of the day, and people who want to become a coach, Diana, for yourself, for example, maybe you want to be a coach, right? You will always have this thought, you always have this thought, imposter syndrome, right? You
Yes.
think, hey, are you ready? Are you sure? What will people say about you? This kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, you just ask yourself that, okay, so long as your intention is truly to deliver value, right? And you didn't force anyone to learn from you, you didn't force them to pay you money, right? They chose to pay you money, they choose to learn from you, right? And so long as you're maybe, you don't have to be 10 steps ahead of them. Even if you're just 3 steps ahead of them, can you help them shorten their learning curve, right? Such that rather than taking 3 years to finish these 3 steps, they can finish these 3 steps in the next 3 weeks. So long, even if you're just 3 steps ahead of them, right? You can be a coach to them. You can lead them. And always remember this as a leader, right? And when you're gonna do coaching and everything, right? You can lead 1,000 people, you can lead 10,000 people, you can lead 1,000,000 people, but you can never carry you but you cannot carry 3 people on your back. Okay, which means like you can lead 1,000,000 people to the promised land, all right? Okay, but you cannot carry 3 people and take on, like, like you cannot spoon feed them and help 3 people, like, take them on and help them to succeed. Because if you do that, you're not allowing your gift to be really shared with the world. Because like if you allow yourself to like be burdened by 3 people who like expect so much from you and everything, and like expect you to carry them and everything, and expect success to be just handed over to them on a silver platter, then that will stop you from being able to lead the thousands of people who wanted to follow you. Yeah. So it comes to choosing which battles you want to fight. And yeah, it's never easy, but it's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you give them a fish and not teach them how to fish. Is that right?
So you want to teach them how to fish so that they can go and fish themselves,
Yeah.
rather than always giving them the fish. Because if you keep
Mm.
giving them the fish, you will always feel depleted after a while. But
Yes.
you lead
Yeah.
them,
And
then
maybe they never learned and they always depend on you as well.
correct, correct. Yeah.
Well, okay. Yeah, I think this is a very good advice. I mean, for me, to want to be a coach as well. So well, so Eric is also my Facebook coach. He's my mentor, and within a short 6 months, I actually learned a lot from him. Yeah, from you. I mean, so you mentioned earlier to become a leader is never easy, but I think it's your core value that you give to all your students. You are always there. It's like 24 hours, yeah, 24/7, never fail, and you always try to answer every single questions to all your students, in the community. So you are very dedicated to the tribe, and I believe every one of us has actually learned a lot from you, not even from Facebook marketing, and how to be a better person as well. Yeah.
All
So
right.
thank you so much, Eric, for sharing, to come, to let me have the honor to interview and to learn, the top 3 tips from you as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah.
All
so
right.
um, so thank you, and I hope this, whoever wants to learn from my coach, my mentor, Eric, you can reach me, and then, we can get you connected as well.
All right. Take
All
care.
right.
See you. Bye.
Thank you, and have a blessed, happy day.
You too.